learn, or are you no?
Yeah, I'm using YouTube from time to time, but I have to say I'm using ChatGPT much better now, a lot, because I'm not using YouTube, because YouTube it's a movie. It's hard for me to see the movie. I don't have the patience. So let's say I have a technical problem. I go inside the AI, said, what's the problem? And tell me right away what to do. And it's brilliant. It changed the world.
Absolutely. So actually what I'm talking about today when it comes to YouTube and AI may be really good for you, and hopefully for all of our listeners who feel like YouTube stuff can just be too long and it doesn't, get to the point. And also what I find is a lot of people are, they'll watch a lot of things, but they don't really execute and implement. And what's the point, right? If you're just gathering knowledge and you're not actually using it. So I thought about some ideas to give everybody about combining YouTube and AI so that you can really make the most of, I call it YouTube University. I love it. I spend a lot of time there. In fact, I canceled
How
Netflix.
we combine YouTube and AI. It's interesting. I never thought about it.
Yes. Let's talk about that. So, what used to take you a long time to watch and digest in YouTube, now there are a few things you can do to really cut that down to minutes and have the actionable steps that you want, and even to create your own kind of like AI learning vault and library of the things that you are looking at. So really, it comes down to 3 pretty easy steps. You want to capture the ideas from a video. You want to turn those into clear takeaways and action steps. And then you can organize your learning so that you can go back to it and look at it later. So, whereas before maybe you spent hours watching tutorials and whatever it was. I know for me, a lot of times, marketing, you okay over there?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. A lot of times maybe like marketing or productivity. I'm big on looking at productivity stuff. And I could get sucked into like hours and hours, and then later it's like, what did I even learn, right? So now you can condense that and get actionable takeaways, and you can do it in minutes. But another thing that I thought was really cool is you don't have to stop at just summarizing it. You can actually, quiz yourself or get like real next action. So anyway, step 1 to do this is you want to get a transcript. If you go to YouTube, in a lot of cases, you'll notice you can get the transcript. And if you can't, you can go to a free site like youtubetranscript.com and you can pull the transcript. Now, not every video has a transcript, so, keep that in mind, but you can do it for a lot. And then you want to turn it into a mini lesson. You're going to take the transcript, paste it into ChatGPT, or if you saved it as a file, you can upload that file, and then you can prompt ChatGPT or Grok. I know how much you love Grok, and say,
yes, I do.
Here's a transcript from a YouTube video. I want you to summarize it as short, easy to learn lessons. Give me 3 key ideas, 3 practical actions I can apply, and even 2 short reflection questions to quiz me later. So that will like totally change it. You don't have to watch the hour, 2 hour long. You can have ChatGPT or Grok or whatever literally turn it into the summary, and in a few minutes you'll have all the important points, which is really cool.
That's amazing. Yeah. Okay, so I will try definitely.
Yeah.
Hope so I will succeed.
I hope so. I can help you. As you know, if you need, it's definitely worthwhile.
By the way, this week I'm starting to learn some Linux. It's for programmer people who like to develop stuff. And I start to build like a server, and I don't know how to do it, actually. I learned how to do it, but I forgot. So I use AI to do it, and AI do amazing job. It told me exactly what to do, step by step, to build my server, and it's really complicated stuff. So if in the past I used somebody and pay him thousands of dollars, now I did it by myself and I saved tons of money, and it's unbelievable. It write me the script, what to do one by one, and this was hilarious. It's saving tons of money. It show you how many people will lose the job. I'm sorry that I'm saying it, People that are programmer, using computer, develop people, they develop software, hardware, they are in terrible position now. I'm sorry. Bad news, but it's true.
Well, but here's the thing, and we've also talked about this before. We're now in the digital age, and with every change, when we went from agriculture to industry, now from industry to digital, with every change there is a change. Some jobs get taken over by technology, and then new jobs are innovated. So the people who are not sleeping and who are paying attention, there's going to be tremendous opportunity for them, but it's hard. I know it's hard for people to really wrap their head around it and make the shift.
That's correct. So, okay, what are we going to talk more about today?
Okay, so I know you were talking. So, okay, first of all, what are you going to do with YouTube? Are you going to do something with YouTube and AI? You think it can help you maybe with your server building, or you're happy just going to AI?
I am happy to go to AI, but I will try maybe to do forensic accountant with YouTube and AI. Let's see how it's going to work. But I'm a little bit disappointed in the last week from Grok. He gave me these crazy results, and he make mistake. I asked him, he told me, I saw $5,000 and something one of the lane. I said, it's not true. So he said, you're right, I'm wrong. The ChatGPT, the Grok said me I was wrong. Okay, so why to make mistake from the start and admit it? So.
Well, at least it admits it, but that is true, and that's why, again, also, I've mentioned over and over, you can't expect, it's not a magic pill, and you have to pay attention and watch it.
We're looking for magic pill. This is
That's the dream, but we're not there yet. So you do still have to pay attention, and a great thing, actually, when you're prompting it, you can tell it, show me where you got this information, tell me why you came up with this. That will be very helpful because then you will very quickly, be able to catch if there's a problem or not.
Yeah, so, okay, the best thing is actually to recheck yourself. This is what I'm doing. And in the start, I start to learn the different numbers jump on, and I said, okay, let's look for the different number, and it doesn't show up. So he said, okay, I'm sorry, I was wrong. The problem is with too much trust in this thing, and it's kind of disappointing that he disappoint us, the AI. So I'm looking for something more reliable.
Well, you listen. We're still at this point. You cannot expect yet. I know it's nice. It's a fantasy to think do almost nothing and it's perfect and I don't have to watch it. But you have to. It's not perfect. And again, it learned from the internet. How much caca is on the internet? Yeah,
too much problematic. Yeah.
So there you go. You have to know, and it's so easy to get sucked in and think it knows everything. It tells you with such authority, right? And such confidence. But then it will very quickly, like you said, come back with its tail between its legs and say, oh, my mistake, sorry.
So it doesn't think by himself, the AI. It doesn't think calculate this thing, and actually calculate. Who will do the calculate?
Yes, it will follow those instructions, but it doesn't think the way we think it does. It just, it's predicting. It's crunching, the information and predicting what you want. Now, I understand math is math, right? So it should be able to do the math.
So do you say the AI doesn't think by himself, or?
It doesn't think the way a human thinks. It predicts. It takes the information and the data and it scans it, and then it does, whatever calculations to determine what would be the most likely to be the right answer, or what would be the most likely to be the answer you want to hear.
It's supposed to be intelligent, not making mistake like he make to me today and make me fool of myself. But I hope so it's going to be improved in the next days or months or something. So
this is a great reminder and a great lesson that you have to pay attention to what you are getting out of it, and you have to give really good, solid input. You have to tell it things like, I want you to show me how you are coming up with this information, or if you're having it researched somewhere, I want you to only use verifiable sources and you can, tell it depending on the industry or what you're having it come come up with for you. And you also have to be very mindful about the type of activity you're asking it. Something that's just creative and idea is very different than something like doing forensic accounting. I mean, that's a whole different, beast right there. So you have to have a different level of supervision and interaction. And people think, this is actually also why the idea of like coming up with repeatable prompts or using projects is really powerful. And we talked about that a little bit last week, because you can create prompts and instructions, and they can take so long to get all of the nuances in to get the responses and output that you want. But if you're willing to work at it, when you get that right answer, so to speak, it will then be infinitely scalable. This is also what I'm so excited about with the AI employees and AI agents and automations and systems that I've been starting to talk about a lot lately, because it can be a little time-consuming and frustrating to train it, but once you do, wow, what's possible. But you are going to have to keep a human in the loop. You just have to know when and watch it, because there are mistakes, there is drift, there is hallucination. It's real.
Gila, tell me about your company, Global AI, what the company do generally.
So Global AI teaches organizations and individuals, but mostly organizations and groups. We train on how to use AI intelligently, what are the hacks, the tips, the tricks, so that you can prompt it better. And we also help people to create their own automations and systems, or we build them for you with your input, so that you can really take away the grunt work and do incredible things with AI, so that people are not so frustrated because of the problematic issues. So I have I'm helping right now some really that's okay. I am helping create a very interesting real estate project to help some agents just save a ton of time. I can't tell too much about it right now, but it's really, really exciting and could be something that could disrupt.
It can help me, by the way.
Maybe.
Okay, I will ask you after the broadcast.
Okay. So, lots of big things that can happen.
Okay, people want to look for you online and ask you a question. If I have a company that need AI advice and I can use your service, how can I reach to you, Gila?
Okay, so you can always email me, Gila, Gila, at globalai.com, glowbalai.com, and the W is there for generating light on the world. Or you can find me on socials at globalai.com or on the Israeli radio station Facebook page. And I encourage everybody, go on there.
And I want to do I will try to do it next week, the main chief of the police on Palm Beach, Boca Raton, just interview her on the radio. Let's see if the police use AI for investigation. If they found a crime, they help to solve the crime. If they're using AI to solve cases for many years nobody solved, and you put it in AI and you have results. What do you think about that? It's interesting.
Very interesting. And actually, I'm so glad you mentioned that. In early December, I am speaking at the California Attorneys for Criminal Justice annual conference for a couple hundred criminal attorneys about AI and helping them understand how to use AI in their cases, how to understand when people are using deep fakes, and all kinds of things to really support the criminal justice system. So that'll be really interesting and interestingly related to what you're talking about now.
Yeah, actually we need to bring a lot of government people, a lot of government people from position from the government, and ask them interesting thing if they'll start to use with AI, and it will be really interesting to see what they have to say. Especially the police. Let's see what the police have to say. And maybe IRS start to work with AI, I'm sure, to scan something and investigate. And I hope so in the future everybody have easy life. By the way, I heard Elon Musk said this week, in a few years from now, everything will be managed by robot and no need to use money at all. Nobody needs money. Interesting.
That is interesting. I mean, not that long ago, I heard one of my mentors who's really smart and visionary said, we're going to get to the point where people are going to say, what, you let a human drive you in a car, or what, you let a human operate on you? What's wrong with you? Like, it's really, we're going to get there. It's crazy.
That's actually crazy. Gila Liadatos, AI specialist, and she's the lady behind Global AI. She's the CEO of Global AI. Gila, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And have a nice weekend and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Until next week.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
מבית ומחוץ מקשה אחת זהב אין בו מן השפה ולחוץ ולא מאחורי הגב